Hi, welcome you all for today's session. Today I'm going to talk about the data warehouse architecture. In order to design an effective data warehouse, we need to understand and analyze what are the basic business needs and how to construct a business analysis framework. For this, the design of data warehouse involves 4 different kinds of the views. So what is meant by the top-down view, data source view, data warehouse view, and the business query view. So top-down view mainly allows the selection of relevant information which is important for the data warehouse. This information mainly matches current and future business data needs. Whereas in case of the data source view, which is mainly about what kind of sources, what kind of the data is captured, stored and managed by the operational systems. So where we are getting the data, from which source, that is the data source view. Data warehouse view, it is mainly includes the dimension tables and the fact tables. It mainly represents how the information is stored, how the summarization is done, how the consolidation is done, and counts, date, time, origin, etc. And a business query view, the perspectives of data in the data warehouse from view of the end user. So depending upon the user query, can we able to analyze the data or taking the decisions or not? That is business query view. So the top-down, bottom-up approaches. Can we go for top-down or the bottom-up or both? So that's depending upon the business, type of business. You may follow the top-down, starts with the overall design of the data warehouse and plan accordingly. Otherwise, start with the experiments and small prototypes. This is nothing but the bottom-up. Or you may use a combination of the both. And from software engineering point of view, how we are having the different phases, various phases. Here also you can start with a software engineering prototype model. And a typical data warehouse design process mainly identify the business and what is the model is suitable for that business. For example, is it inventory or is it orders or is it related to sales or is it related to stock exchange? So identify the business model. Then what are the atomic level of data? What is the very minimum element, basic elements of the data, grain level? So we have to identify the business process. Then select the dimensions. How many dimensions are required for that particular business? And what are the various kinds of the metrics we need to use? Facts. What are the fact tables are required? So these we have to remember for the designing process. So most important 3-tier data warehouse architecture. There are 3 important layers in the data warehouse architecture. The bottom layer is, the bottom layer is data warehouse server. Middle layer is OLAP server, whereas the top layer is front end. That's what it is, 3-layer architecture. So in the bottom layer is simply data warehouse server. It is very similar to the database server, which there are many tools and utilities are used to fetch data from these operational databases or the external sources or the flat files. So from all these kinds of the different kinds of data sources, the information is, the data is fetched into the data warehouse server by using various kinds of the tools and utilities. And these tools and utilities are performed the operations such as data cleaning, data transformation, data integration, loading, extracting methods in order to fetch the data. Here we can also make use of the gateways such as OLEDB or JDBC. So the different kinds of the connectivities also we can use and fetch the data in the form of the data warehouse. So this is the data warehouse server. Whereas in the middle layer, OLAP server, online analytical processing server. Here mainly we are going to perform the analysis by using the various kinds of the models such as clustering, such as classification, regression, so that we are going to apply the major functionalities, data mining functions in the OLAP engine. Whereas in top tier, this is application level where user is sending the queries and getting the result in the form of the histograms or like a rule format. So whatever format. This is front-end tools. We are going to use the front-end tools. So let us see about in detail about these layers in the next slide. This is the overall diagram of the 3-layer data warehouse architecture. The bottom type, it is already I said, it is a data warehouse server. The gateways such as OLEDB and JDBC are used. Here the tools are used for extracting data from the different kinds of the data sources. In the middle tier, actually, we have three kinds of, in case of the OLAP server, there are different kinds of the OLAP servers are there. Those are relational OLAP, multidimensional OLAP, hybrid OLAP servers. In case of relational OLAP, it is similar to the relational database and used to store and manage warehouse data and include optimization of the databases backend, implementation of the aggregations, navigation logic, additional tools. All these are similar to the relational database. That's what server is OLAP. Example is Informix and the Informatica. Whereas in case of MOLAP, multidimensional OLAP server, it is. Here, multidimensional data model is used for storing data and maintaining the data, this kind of server. And especially here, fast indexing and fast computation is possible in case of MOLAP server. Example are Essbase of the Arbor. Whereas in hybrid OLAP servers, in hybrid OLAP server, combination of the relational OLAP and the MOLAP. So it can use the advantages of the greater scalability of the OLAP and advantages of the fast computation of the MOLAP server. That's what this is the hybrid OLAP. Example are Microsoft SQL Server 7.0. This is about the second layer. Top tier is client, which contains query and the reporting tools. Analysis, mainly user send the query and get the results. So whatever format you want, like histograms or any charts, pie charts, or any kind of the tree format, that is resulting through the top tier. So already we discussed about these are the backend tools and utilities are used. The data is extracted from the multiple heterogeneous data sources, and the data is smoothened by using the data cleaning techniques. Data is appropriate form, transformed into the appropriate form using transformation techniques. So loading by summarization, consolidation, all these comes under the load and the refresh the data. So now what is meant by the metadata repository? We have metadata also in second layer. See this diagram where we have the, here metadata repository also is there. What is meant by the metadata? And what is this monitoring administration tools in the bottom layer? So these two are used for control information, maintaining the control, like usernames, passwords, user accounts, like that. So let us see about what is meant by the metadata repository. So metadata repository, mainly it is nothing but data about data. Metadata means. So what kind of data is maintained in case of the data warehouse? So the description or the structure of the data warehouse, and what kind of schemas are there, star or snowflake are the factor constellation schemas, and what are the operational, like historical data or migrated data, and currency of the data, and it maintains also the what kind of algorithms are used for functionalities, mining functionalities are used, those algorithms also, and the mapping of operational environment to the data warehouse, what are the mapping techniques, and also it contains schemas and business data like business terms and definitions also. So all these related information is available in the metadata, means data about data. So usually there are three kinds of the data warehouse models, either enterprise data warehouse or the data mart or the virtual warehouse. So enterprise warehouse is nothing but we are going to construct the data by using, collect the information by using all the subjects of the entire organization, entire subjects. We are going to make use for construction of the data warehouse. Such the warehouse is nothing but enterprise data warehouse. It contains detailed and summarized data. Usually enterprise data warehouse size is 100 gigabytes to the terabytes. And the models implemented on usually mainly mainframes on the supercomputer, because we are going to calculating all the subjects in the entire organization, so that we need supercomputers. To build a model takes years. It will take a lot of time for computations. Whereas data marts, it is nothing but specifically a unit of it. Is data mart is subset of the data warehouse, so that a particular department, suppose in an organization, accounts is one of the department. So we are going to construct a data warehouse only for the account. So that is here account is nothing but data mart. So that it will take only weeks to build a model, simple to analysis. And last one is virtual warehouse. It is a set of views over the operational databases. For efficient query processing, only some of the possible summary views may be materialized. We are going to do the partial materialization. Only some of the dimensions we are going to do the summarization, for remaining not. In case of operational databases. So it is virtual warehouses is used to build in order to require excess capacity and operational databases. This is about the data warehouse architecture. But among these three models, which one is the suitable? So top down and bottom up. In case of top down, it is expensive and lack of the flexibility is there. In case of bottom up, it provides flexibility, but integration is difficult because we are going to start with a low level element prototype level. This is difficult to integrate. And the recommended approach is, so which comprises of high level corporate model and data marts. Parallelly, we are going to implement the, where are the data marts are required, we are going to implement the data marts. Where are the complete subjects are required, we are going to start with the subjects, so that a combined model is looking like this. See this one here, it is enterprise data warehouse, multi-type data warehouse. Whereas here data marts are, we are going to parallelly, we are going to this one. So based on the decisions, we are going to refine the model. So this is the recommended approach of the data warehouse architecture. Thank you.